Are you seeing that, has that changed though? Are you seeing less of that sort of forcing function and more kind of coming to you and saying, what's the right cloud for the right workload, or even maybe prem still makes sense?
Oh, definitely. And I would call prem as also being thought through as a cloud, private cloud, right? So it's another form of cloud. You have to
Absolutely.
really
Yep.
think about it in the context of multi-cloud.
Yep.
And that's a realization that customers are having, like I mentioned. You know, if you think about it, you're right that technology will continue to investments will continue to grow faster than other investments. But the reality is technology investments today, even if they're growing by 5%, 7%, they're still not growing in the absolute terms at the rate at which they need to for how much modernization or digitization the customers need to do. Okay, so as a result, hard trade-offs is the name of the game for today's market. And when you're making hard trade-offs, by definition, you cannot take impractical projects. Like I'm going to take something that's working and working fine and just move it from one place to the other. Instead, you have to really make prioritized decision on what you're going to modernize and which cloud you're going to modernize which application. And that's the cloud, effectively the starting point of cloud smart journey.
Yeah, I love it. I've been talking a lot. I actually wrote a piece, an op-ed on Market Watch, and I talked a little bit about how kind of some of the more traditional tech companies are going to have a really interesting year during this sort of market. So, because the companies are going to be like, how do I do more with what we have? How do we make the software work a little bit better? How do we use hybrid cloud or on-prem data solutions to kind of slow this lift and shift? Because we don't have both the money, the time. We have things that are still working, and we don't need to blow them up right now. And it sounds like that's kind of what you're trying to help customers is like, these are the things you got to change right now, and this is the right place for those workloads, and these are the software underpinnings, and these are the things that maybe don't need, and you're not going to get as much value, and you should probably focus on other projects. So this sounds like a journey. I think you used that word, in fact.
Yeah, and the
What
journey is best had when you're doing it with someone you know, and we want to be the partner of the customer to take them on that journey.
so what does that look like? Like, what does a typical journey with one of these customers look like?
You know, the journey with the customer starts off with exactly what you mentioned, which is to make an assessment on the type of applications they have, what impact they would have if you were to modernize, and then what's the best cloud for each of their application, and the pace of modernization that's achievable and also is going to give them the best bang for the buck. That's what we start off with. Once you've done that, then you say, okay, what is the best path to to move the application or modernize the application? What's the best path to modernize your infrastructure so that your applications that you're not modernized is still running and operating with a modern infrastructure that's protected for all the cyber threats as well as all the cost optimization that you can realize? And third, how do you create an operating model that is not completely siloed for different cloud? An operating model that helps you scale this hybrid and multi-cloud environment for the foreseeable future. And that's what we as a company is solely focused on. That's our job, and that's what we would like to partner with customers to help them take that journey as a technology provider.